All right, so in this video, what I want to do is explain to you guys briefly what your final project is for our class. And the final project is entitled Local History Research Skills Packet. And essentially, what you guys are doing with this is that you are learning about the types of projects historians, local historians do in their communities typically. And you're also learning how to use the research materials available to us, available to historians, and how to use these research materials to conduct your research. So that's the goal of this last project. By having you pretend you're sort of in a local history research center, and you guys are involved in these projects pertaining to local, in this case, Brunswick history, and using the materials to complete those projects. So if you go to the website, the link is available on our D2L site on the homepage there in the news feed. You'll come to the homepage for this site, and it'll kind of explain to you what I just explained, what you're doing. And the thing to remember is that for the skills packet, if you scroll down a little bit, there are 5 packets total. And you'll notice that 3 are required and 2 are optional. You must complete the 3 required packets that are there. In this case, the required packets are the Sanborn fire insurance maps at Skill 1, Skill 3, the U.S. Census data, and then Skill 5, an oral history project proposal. The 2 optional packets, Skill 2 and Skill 4, you must choose one of those to complete as well. Either Skill 2, the city directories, or Skill 4, the digital newspaper activity. And so that would give you 4 skill packets to complete in total, the 3 required and one of the 2 optional ones, whichever one you want to do. So, having said that, what do these look like? What is the research and what are you actually going to be doing with each of these packets? So, if you go to the website again and follow me here, let's go to the first required packet, Skill 1. Click on the packet and it takes you to the next page that provides an overview of what Skill 1 actually is. So, in each skill, as I find my way around my website here, you'll see something at the very beginning, at the very top of the page. Number 1 is the scenario that you are encountering as a research assistant for the Local History Research Center, the LHRC. And under that scenario, it explains the responsibilities of what you as the research assistant are doing. And so each packet has its own scenario and its own responsibilities. And you'll also notice that of the 5 packets, 4 of them have accompanying videos. And what these videos do is show you how to use the research materials to help you complete your research project for this skill packet. And the research materials are below in the website. So in this case, for skill 1, you are documenting the changes to a place over time. You are looking at a block in downtown Brunswick that is no longer there. And what your responsibility is here is, as part of a museum exhibit idea, you are going to research the buildings and businesses that were on this lost block that's no longer with us, but we want to know about what was there. Because the idea is that you are rebuilding the past through your exhibit about this location downtown in Brunswick. And so you're going to use what are known as Sanborn fire insurance maps to help you do that. Now, before we get to the materials themselves, you'll notice that the next part of the page has your guidance, where after you kind of understand, have an overview of what you're doing, the next thing is the actual instructions for the project. Uh, Here's your guidance, what you're going to be doing. In this case, you have 2 separate activities within the activity itself. Number 1, you're going to make some tables. And then number 2, you're going to have a write-up, a 1-page write-up. Remember those memos you've been writing in class? Now is the time to really use that ability to write succinctly to your favor. You're going to have a 1-page write-up summarizing the tables and the information you found to build those tables. So read through the guidance here. And then below the guidance, there's an actual document that you can download that has the guidance in it. And then finally, you have the skill packet materials themselves. In this case, you're using Sanborn fire insurance maps to help you understand what was on that lost block in downtown Brunswick. And you have three maps here: 1980, or rather 1889, 1913, 1920, and in 1946. So not three maps, excuse me, four maps in this scenario, in this activity. And what's great about the Sanborn maps, as you'll read in the video at the top of the screen, is that they provide a wealth of information about the structures and the businesses that were on blocks in downtowns across the country, including Brunswick. So you're going to look at these maps, these four different maps, and then glean the information from these maps to help you build your table for each map. Each map should have its own table when it's all said and done. It's part of your research packet. And then also to create the write-up, the summary of that block and what was there and how it changed over time. And this is number one. The other skill packets, whenever you go back to the home page, as it loads up, are set up similarly. There's going to be the scenario at the top, the guidance for that specific package next, and then the materials you'll need down at the bottom to help you complete the activity. And 3 out of the 4 of the packets here also have a tutorial video to show you how to use the research materials as part of that packet. So that's pretty much it. Again, what you're doing here is that you are learning, again, what historians do in their communities beyond the classroom, what we actually do whenever we get paid to work outside of the classroom, and how we apply that to preserving and promoting local history and finding out more about our local communities. And you're also learning how to use the materials that historians, local and more traditional, larger scale historians use to find out what they need to know using primary source materials from the past to help us do so. And that is your local history research skills packet project.